Hi everyone, Kai here, and welcome to my guide on Havencraft. Havencraft is a class that plays around with countdown amulets to summon powerful followers or activate other effects like banishing an enemy follower or win the game. Take Pinion Prayer for example. It is a countdown of 2, which means in the next 2 turns, it will be destroyed and activate its effect. Planning the timing of your countdown can be crucial in your games. There are cards that can lower countdown numbers and speed it up. I'll show you an example using Beast called Aria. It is a countdown of 3 and you want to speed it up. You can use cards like Hallowed Dogma to subtract 2 from the countdown and making it possible to play 2 of your strong followers in your next turn. Gameplay and deck building. You'd want to learn a few card game terms, so please refer to the description below video and study some of them. There are several general game plans Shadowverse players follow, and you can use this knowledge with other classes. There is one aspect I will touch, and that is efficient trades, which I'll get to that later on. Get board control. Play your low-cost amulets or followers that will flood the board and get even or an advantage with your opponent. Get early face damage. You have strong early curve and you can win the game between turns 6-7 since you are constantly pressuring your opponents and you can ignore your followers to target the enemy leader. Efficient trades. Try avoiding if you can if you have the option to go face, forcing your opponent to trade for you. However, there are certain times where you can make other efficient trades to be able to go face the next turn provided you know that your opponent can't do anything during his next turn. Let's take Front Guard General as an example. With Holy Falcon, Holy Flame Tiger, and Regal Falcon on your field, evolve Holy Flame Tiger and trade with it. Next, it will spawn his 2-3 ward, so use Regal Falcon to trade with. Maybe that's not a good example. Let's use another one. Another example would be a Vanguard and Fervent Soldier. You might be afraid that your opponent will use cards like Fencer or General or Sage Commander the next turn and out-trade you or out-damage you in base damage. Use your evolved Holy Flame Tiger in trading to Fervent Soldier and Regal Falcon into Vanguard. It is usually not a good idea to trade Holy Falcon into anything. In general, avoid trading 1 for 1 if possible. Most of the time it would lose you tempo. Don't be afraid to evolve. I'll get into this later in the video. Build tempo. Efficiently use your play point orbs and gain advantage on the board to get efficient trades. Simply put, play an amulet or a follower each turn if you can. Even out your board. Don't buff up just one follower. Spread the stats out so it's harder for your opponent to clear or trade all of them. Plan ahead. Look at the situation of the game, the cards in your hand, the hand size, how the board is developing, plan what you want to do in the next turn and how much face damage you can do. Keep in mind of what deck your opponent uses as play around it. No need to overcommit. You don't have to play all the cards in your hand and get board wiped the next turn. Save some of your cards that can help you flood the field again should your board be wiped. Evolving is a unique mechanic to Shadowverse. You can play an evolution point on a follower and evolve them, granting them extra stats and activating their effects. The timing of using an evolution point is important. You are either going to evolve a smaller follower to get small value trades, evolve a previously played follower to push extra face damage, or evolve a follower that has not been buffed yet, again, to even out your board. You'll learn how to use your evolution point efficiently as you get used to the game over time. I'll use Regal Falcon as an example. Your opponent has 8 defense left and you have Garuda in your hand and Regal Falcon on the board. Push for damage by evolving Regal Falcon and deal 5 damage. Then use Garuda to seal the game. Now I'll be moving on to deck building. This is an Elana Havencraft deck, primarily focusing on the amulet card, Elena's Prayer, as the key card to the deck. Whenever your leader's defense is restored, give +1/+1 to all allied followers. Because of how the amulet is a 3-drop, you'll be relying on your cards to heal, so it can be a particularly slow deck which has a weak early game. Once you stall long enough with 1 or 2 Elena's Prayer on the board, the late game is yours to control. Here are the list of cards in an Elana Havencraft deck. Please note that this deck list is not a must, since there are other cards you can consider putting in the deck. The deck list can be found in the description below this video, so please have a look. You have several cards that can heal you through the early game, and enough for Elena's Prayer. You have Priest of the Cudgel for forward control. Odin is another one, for example, taking out big wars or big threats. Dark Angel Olivia for extra evolution points should you still have Priest in your hand. And Themis' Decree for board reset. As the deck is slow, it will lose out to aggro decks that best you in turn 5 and 6. The deck has several strong followers that are further empowered with Elena's Prayers. For board reset, you have the almighty Themis' Decree. With all this, the deck has a strong late game. However, it loses to other control decks such as the mentioned Shift Rune Grab deck. For other Havencraft decks, please refer to the description below the video. That is all for the class guide for Havencraft. For other class guide guides, please use the annotations in the top right corner of the video. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you have any other questions or want to give suggestions on what class guide should I do next, please comment on the video and subscribe for more Shadowverse videos in the future. Thanks for watching! I'm dancing, where are you now?